Hi crafty friends, I hope you're having a great day. And are you like me, crafty friends? Do you buy a lot of Christmas designer series paper? A lot of scrapbooking and card making paper, and then after Christmas you've got all of this leftovers, and there's only so many projects that you can use in so many Christmas cards. So I want to show you ways to use up your designer series Christmas paper, say that quickly, in a different way so that you can stretch your supplies, and that's what I love to do, friends. So this is the Modern Christmas 12 by 12 DSP. I'm not going to say designer series paper anymore. I'm tripping over my tongue. So this one here, it's got a black base and it has a gold. See there? That's gold. That is a little bit, it's got stars on it, but could certainly be used as a non-Christmas way. This is obviously Christmas trees. We can't use that with non-Christmas, but this one's the B side, and that's the other side which we would use for Christmas projects, of course, which is beautiful gold and ornaments, and then we could use that side. We have got white base with black dots. Look, Christmas that side, non-Christmas that side. Then we've got this, which is actually the hero side of it. It's black and white pattern with gold circles on it as well. I'm not sure how much you can see that. There we go. This side, on the other side, is the B side, and that's just black and white patterns. This side here is again the hero side, but it's not a Christmas pattern, friends. Again, on that side, just black and white. We've got black base with white writing, and it does say fa la 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 la, but only if you look at it really closely. That is kind of Christmas lights, but it doesn't have to be. And then again, we have seen this side of things. So friends, let's get started on our first project, which I'm going to use this paper. We're going to make bookmarks, friends. We're going to make lots and lots of bookmarks with that modern 12 by 12 Christmas paper. Modern Christmas it's called, not modern Christmas. Haha. I'm getting tongue-tied. I'm still not used to doing my videos. But I'm going to plow through, and I'm going to be bringing a lot of videos to you because that's what I would love to do. Do lots and lots of Christmas, not Christmas, lots and lots of craft videos for you. See that beautiful shine there? We're going to make these into bookmarks. Let's move that out of the way. Let's try and put some more light on. How's that? Nah, that's too much shadow. I don't like that. Let's just do this a little bit. Let's just, there we go. Bring these down. So, the best way that I know to actually create a tag is to, well, turn it over this side. And then I draw a line across here with a pen that you can see, and I sort of draw it across here so I can see it. There we go. And then I can see where I need to cut. And I'm not too fussy about it because these are just bookmarks that are going in my books, not anybody else's, although I have given away a lot of bookmarks. And you know what I also do when I give away my books to the charity shop, to the op shops, I include bookmarks in them as well, homemade bookmarks. So lots and lots of people hopefully get my bookmarks, and it gives me something crafty to do. So I've got a hole punch here like this. You could use there are a lot of these on the market, or you could use something else. You could just poke the top through. Not there, Julie. not there. I'm going to go for there. I'm just eyeballing this, so it could be completely wrong, but there we go. So we've got our base for our card. Now the next thing I'm going to do is put a stencil over the top, because I don't want my bookmark to have too much bulk. We're trying to create a bit of artwork, something really cute, but something quite flat. It's not completely flat, mind you. Some of them are, but the ones I'm showing you today aren't completely flat. But it does need to be relatively flat. I'm going to add texture paste, friends. Texture paste is something I love to play with. So what we're going to do is pop the texture paste on here. Just a little bit like, no, not that much, Julie. There we go. Just enough. Maybe just a tiny bit more. I'm getting to the bottom of my texture paste, friends, so it's getting a bit stiff. And the way I store my texture paste, I can't remember where I learnt this, but I learnt it from somewhere. Crinkle up a bit of cling film, a bit of Glad wrap if you're in Australia, that's what we call cling film, a bit of plastic wrap, and pop it in the top there. And this has meant that I have been able to save this texture paste. The Stampin' Up shimmer paste that I have has actually dried out because I didn't do that. Now I've got an old close to my heart shimmer brush here, and I'm going to add that. You could also add re-inkers, and that's how I'm going to add the colour to this paste. There we go. Mix, mix, mix it up, and it's quite dark, which I really wanted, because I actually would like to, well, yeah, I'd like to match the, what is it called? It is called Blackberry Bliss ink. That's what I'm trying to match. And I just happen to have a shimmer brush. It just gives that a little bit of a shimmer. There we go. Mix it all in. But the re-inker, Blackberry Bliss re-inker, will work just as well. And so I don't want all of this beautiful gold pattern covered up. So I'm just going to selectively pop this through on a stencil that I have in my stash as well. So friends, you're not only using up your beautiful Christmas paper DSP, I guess, that you have bought for your Christmas cards, you're also diving into your stash and using that up as well. There we go. So I'm going to, because it's a hot day here in Melbourne, I need to clean this up as quickly as possible, otherwise that stencil will be ruined. So let's, and trust me, I've had some mixed media disasters today, but we won't go into that. It may or may not have involved some Dana Wakley gloss spray all over my table and all down my legs. Funnily enough, you can wash that off your legs, but it sticks to your stencils. Who knew, friends, huh? So what I'm going to do now is just wrap this stencil up so that it can wait until I finish filming before I wash it. It's quite a warm day today. My husband and I have been to the beach, so that's been fun. And now it's craft time. It's Julie's craft time, which we all want, don't we? There we go. So I've got, can you see, friends, that I have actually put the stencil and the texture paste and the shimmer brush all onto that beautiful gold foil pattern. So we've actually done another one, wherever that is. Oh, here it is, friends. Here we go. Nobody panic. I found it. So this one here, I didn't put as much shimmer brush in it, so it's not as dark, but that's okay. And you can tell what I have been doing. Okay, friends, look at my fingers. So there we go. So we've got the base now of our bookmark. Now we want to decorate it, don't we? And I always like to grab ribbon from my stash. I have got a lot of ribbon. I'm slowly getting through it, but of course Stampin' Up also has beautiful ribbon in their product list, so I'm not getting very far in using everything up and not buying more because I love ribbon. Okay, so just pop it through. It is a thick ribbon, and sometimes I tie ribbon up. I use lots of different techniques, but for this one here, I'm going to just staple the ribbon in place. There we go. So it's nice and held tightly, and that will just slot in your book quite nicely. So now we want to add something else. Now we also want to add some kind of sentiment. I don't always add a sentiment to my my bookmarks because I don't feel it needs it, but this one I thought I would do a sentiment for you friends. And I have got where have I put it? Someone tell me. Here we go. It is called Growth Takes Time stamp set. I'm not sure if this one's still available in the last chance section. I think it has completely retired, but it's really got some sweet little sentiments, and it's got trees, which I love. So that's the stamp set if you've got that one, or have a check out on the last chance section. There we go. I don't know why I'm being careful with my hands, friends, because they're absolutely covered in ink at this point. Now, how much ink? Yes, I've got that. So let's just pop that there. Leave it for a couple of seconds. There we go. Perfect. Perfect impression. And always, always, always cover your inks. They're not likely to dry out, though it is a really hot day here in Melbourne. But I am quite likely to actually put my hands in it or do lots of other things, so I always try and get rid of that as quickly as possible off my craft desk. Okay, so I'm not going to cut this square. I want it a little bit organic, so I'm going to cut it this way so we've got lots of curves, because it's an organic kind of I was going to say tag, but it's a bookmark. I have actually got bookmarks that I have that are tags, because I also like making tags. There we go. Growth takes time. So we've got that. I've dug into my stash, friends. I have a lot of bits and pieces, and this kind of project's really good way to use them up. Now I want a flower. And so there we go. Growth takes time, and I want some leaves. No, I don't want those leaves. Actually that would be fine to come at the end. So let's take it off. Now, these are stickers, but they're old stickers. They've been in my stash a long time, but also because of the texture paste, the surface is rough, so it needs a bit of extra adhesive. So I'm going to just layer everything up and put glue underneath it. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to layer it up this way now that I've figured out what placement I want. And I'm not thinking too much about this, friends, because this is just a bookmark. It's a way for me to get creative and to use my supplies and to just have a bit of craft play. So it doesn't need to be perfect, unless of course I'm going to give it away, but this one I'm not going to give it away. So there you go. So I can still see, and let's just wiggle that round a bit. There we go. I can still see that beautiful pattern, that gold pattern. I've got a stencil with a little bit of texture on the top, and I've got 2 stickers from my stash, and I've got a stamp from my stash. So there you go, friends. That's the first bookmark, and I absolutely love it. I did the sample I made beforehand off camera just to see how it would work. I always do one, is this one here. So it's just, I think, yeah, that one, I like the actual darker stenciling, the darker, putting more shimmer into the texture paste. Okay, so those are those two. Let's have a look at another one. So this one here, friends, I have pre-treated the tag. It's not a tag, it's a bookmark, Julie. I pre-treated the tag with these Dana Wakley gloss sprays. I've got fuchsia and I have got gloss white spray. So I have just sort of got the ends of them and gone like that in a spray box. And you know, there's extra marks if you tip the white gloss spray out into the spray box, and it all goes all over the place. So it's extra marks if you can do that, but I'm pretty clever and I reckon I'm the only one that will probably do that. Not saying I did do it, but I think I probably did. So I've got some more ribbon from my stash here, and this time I'm just threading it through like this, popping it through here and just pulling it up gently. Sometimes you just need to work it through. There we go. And I'm going to cut it off because I don't want it too long. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I have really long ones and sometimes I don't. So there we go. So there's the ribbon. And then we're just going to put a couple of really little things in the middle. I'm just going to actually put this owl again from my stash. And again, because it'll be coming in and out of a book, and it'll be having a little bit of harder wear. I'm just going to add a bit of glue. If your glue doesn't come out first time, just shake it, friends, like this. And it just means that because I store it like that, the glue's down the bottom. There we go. So we've got that. And that is a really, really, really quick and simple bookmark. Okay, so we've just got a sticker, we've got a bit of gloss spray, we've got your really nice cardstock there, your really nice DSP, and we've got another one. Very quick and easy, friends. This one here, I'm not going to demonstrate the next ones because I don't want this to go too long. But I've got distressed oxides and I just use my blending brush to add a bit of pink picked raspberry for the base there. Just add a little bit there. Can you see that? Then I popped a sticker on, a word sticker, and I've added a few of these flat gems. They are pastel adhesive back sequins, so they're quite flat. So they are all right. And then I've got like lace. And I think that's really cute. And I've used the stapler on the lace. So I hope you like that one, friends. This is another one. This is my demo that I used for the gloss sprays. I like that paper. And if you do the sprays and you add a few other things, it doesn't look Christmas anymore. Okay, now we've got this paper, friends. Absolutely love this paper. So I've used this one. I've got some lace, wide lace, and I've just used a bit of twine, thicker twine, and I've tied that up there. So that looks quite cute in itself. This here, it's a frame, and it's from the Beautifully Adorned Ephemera pack, which is available on the first Tuesday in January, friends. It's part of the new online mini catalogue release. It's not online. It's actually just a mini catalogue release. You can check it out in my online store anyway. So I've got that as a base, and that just adds a little bit more gold. And then I've just got a little butterfly ephemera thing that I made. And I've got one of those flat back sequins as well. So there you go, friends. These are my bookmarks that I've made quite quickly at home. Pop them into books that I've got and that I'll be giving away. And it's used up that beautiful Christmas paper on non-Christmas projects. So I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, friends. Thank you for bearing with me. I will get a bit smoother, hopefully, although knowing my personality, the videos won't be that smooth. And I hope you continue to watch. And if you like what I do, you like the projects that I create, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel. It would be great to have you here and watching what I do, joining my little craft community. I hope you have a great day, friends, and until next time, happy crafting. Bye.